Tunku Abdul Rahman, the first Prime Minister of Malaysia, born on 8 February 1903 in Malaysia, died on 6 1990 in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. 1957 Federation of Malaya gains independence from Great Britain. Today they celebrate the Independence Day in Malaysia. Tunku Abdul Rahman said, "Great men simplify great principles and make them easily intelligible to ordinary men." Commonly known simply as Tunku, a Malay royal title, Tunku Abdul Rahman is widely regarded even by his critics as Malaysia's founding father, the architect of Malayan independence and the formation of Malaysia. As such, is often referred to as Bapa Kemerdekaan, father of independence, of Bapa Malaysia, father of Malaysia. Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra Al-Hajj Ibn Al-Mahrum Sultan Abdul Hamid Halim Shah was a Malaysian statesman who served at the head of the government of Malaysia and his predecessor statesman from 1955 to 1970. He was the first Chief Minister of Federation of Malaya from 1955 to 1957. He supervised the independence process that culminated on 31st August 1957. As Malaya's first Prime Minister, he dominated politics there for the next 13 years. In 1963, he successfully incorporated the Federation of Malaya, British North Borneo, renamed Sabah, Sarawak and Singapore into the state of Malaysia. However, tensions between the Malay and the Chinese community resulted in Singapore's expulsion in 1965. Apa kabar bhai? Terima kasih to all Malaysians. Today is your Independence Day. Happy Independence Day to you. Tunku Abdul Rahman said, "Great men simplify great principles and make them easily intelligible to ordinary men." Great men, yes. To become great, when you go to the top of the mountain, where do you go? You come to the foot of the mountain. That is how the great men are. When they start, mountains are mountains, rivers are rivers, valleys are rivers. When they climb the ladder, mountains are no more mountains. Then everybody's ego enters into the head, selfishness, greed, power corrupts absolutely. They become dictators, brutal dictators. Great men, and again when they become great, then mountains again mountains, rivers again rivers, mountains again. They come so soft, so simple. They can simplify great principles. They understand the people. They melt into the people. They and the people have become one. Yin and the yang, positive and negative only can create electricity. The husband and the wife, father and mother becomes one. The family becomes one. Then it's difficult to break it. That was what Tunku Abdul Rahman was trying to tell. Great men simplify great principles and make them easily intelligible, means easily digestible. Mother, she cooks the food and makes sure what goes with the food so that it digests easily for the children, easily for each and every one. That is a doctor's job, a scientist's job, and a great lady's job, and they are very close to the goddess. They are goddess themselves. That was what the saying goes. Great men simplify. Only great men can simplify. Ordinary men is difficult. Those who are in the power, it's difficult to simplify great. They keep on jumping and tumbling. Once they understand the greatness, that people have done the Shashtaka, people have given them the Namaste, people have saluted them, means they have to now work for them. They have to put their feet into their shoes. Then you and they become one. Then you understand their pain. Then you and they is the happiness. When you are separate and they are separate, that's where the problem comes. Great men simplify great principles. Gay says, to simplify great principles, you have to melt with the people. You have to give a hearing to them. In the beginning, you start when you are no more mountains and no more mountains, you keep on talking and shouting and screaming. You have no time to listen. The moment you get the chair, you are on the chair. Yes. That time you must now give your ears. And you have to try to become them. You have to put your feet into their shoes. Melt with them. Sit with them. That was the greatness in our country. in India, especially in Karnataka, one of the Karnataka great men who became the Prime Minister of India, his name is Deve Gowda. Yes. And many people in the media doesn't like him because he was so simple, down to earth. But in my village, in Devanahalli and surrounding villages or deep down villages, whatever the media said against him, whenever the results come, this man and his team and his people win the election. I asked, how is that possible? When the whole media was against, whole people was against, the village people have not listened to the media. No, this man pushes his feet into their shoes. He melts with them. One great thing with Deve Gowda is he goes to the people's houses when they invite him. He sits there, he takes bath, he eats there, he sleeps there, he uses the bathroom. He's not in a hurry to leave that place. If they are crying, he cries with them. Yes, that has got a connecting link to Tunku Abdul Rahman. And whenever Deve Gowda, whatever they try to do with Deve Gowda, nothing happened because he knows the pulse of the people. He is a lover of the people. He named himself as loving. City people doesn't understand that such a great love, such a greatest lover ever walked. They must be having the politics strategy. It's a chess game. And the other people are also that cunning. So the chess game is different from the love the man does it. He is a great person. He doesn't look at the age of the people. He just goes and falls into the feet of the youngest saint also. Yes. A very, very down to earth man. My Devanali people just love him so much because he melts with them. I think maybe Tunku Abdul Rahman must be such a person in Malaysia. Otherwise, to say such things, some words, such great words coming out from his mouth, great men simplify great men. This is what we were looking from everybody. We do not want money. My people do not want money. My people do not want anything. Give us some love. Make us feel that we are also human beings. For that, the great men should work very, very hard, planning the strategy for the people who are working non-stop, for them to give them tax, for them to use the tax to make things. Much before, there was another one great man. I like him so much. His name is Ramakrishna Hegde. S.M. Krishna, ex-Chief Minister of Karnataka. Much before the rains, he has got the task force to make sure the drainage, sewage and all is cleaned up so the rainwater can run up to that place and move into the lakes. So he created he cleaned up the lakes. So when summer comes, he makes sure the water reaches them. Such was the way a great man should simplify. Great men simplify great principles and make them easily intelligible. Make them easily intelligible to ordinary men. The amount of love you pour in, people themselves will do their work. You get the work done, you work with them. You wear the same dress. When you go to the slum, you wear the slum dress. You do not have to have a white dress to go there to do your work. You work with them. Then it is great man. Then you are called a great politician, a master politician. Yes. The doctor and the patient becomes one. The engineer and the client becomes one. And then there's a blooming power. No houses are built without a love involved inside. The caterer, the hotel people, and the people are going there to eat the food. Hotel people are like mothers. They make things so easily digestible and healthy for the people, not to make the money. Then the land is beautiful. Tunku Abdul Rahman said, great men simplify great principles and make them easily intelligible to ordinary men. Ordinary. Everybody becomes so ordinary means not the other people, or the people who listens to you. Ordinary men who are in deep in love, who works very hard. That are ordinary. Don't tell all ordinary people who are after for money. No, for the election time running after the money. Ordinary men are that simple who gets up morning 4:30, does the Surya, early birds catches the best prey. They are the people we needed. They roll like a 1,000-man warrior. Tunku Abdul Rahman said, Great men simplify great principles and make them easily intelligible to ordinary men. Wishing all Malaysians a happy Independence Day. This is my 162nd short discourse.